Or go down, people. It's your boy, Mr. ANO, aka Mr. Anonymous, once again. And I'd like to welcome you to enter the kingdom. Now, today's session is called Who is the Man? Who is the Boss? Who is the one that paid the costs? And if you don't know, you are the man, you are the boss. We are the one that paid the cost through our thoughts, beliefs, actions, and whatever we focus our energy on. For the world is energy, and energy is never destroyed, only transformed. Through our thoughts, beliefs, actions, and more importantly, emotions, which are energy and motion, we are able to create our experiences in this time reality. Now, I already told you that everything is made of energy. So, what I would like to add on is that everything has a certain vibration to it. If you want to look at it in another perspective, it would be like saying it has its own essence, its own signature, aka, or in another way of saying it, it's like having its own fingerprint. Everything in this world have its own fingerprint. Ain't nothing else like it. So when you sitting out certain vibrations through your thoughts, your actions, and your beliefs, you are sending out a signal to the universe that that is what you want, whether it's positive or negative. And to be honest with you, the positive and negative part comes through your frequency, which is your emotions and the way you feel about the situation at that moment, how you broadcast it and admit it out. So, whether or not you know it, which a lot of people won't know it because, I mean, our belief systems are nothing but thoughts that are repeated over and over and over again until it locks itself into our subconscious mind, which it locks itself into our very DNA and our physical being. It become who we are. And in that way, you will know what you believe in through your words, your thoughts, and your actions, because your word, thoughts, and actions will tell you what your beliefs are. Now, whenever you focusing your energy on something, be and basically, so we all focus our energy on different things, and through our thoughts, that's like a potent way of our energy being focused. But our words are like spells, our words are like magic. And when you say something, not only does it show your belief, but it is also bringing it to you in a more effective way. So you got to be careful in what you say, what you think, because what you say and what you think will bring about certain habits or certain actions, as we would call it. Or better yet, we ain't gonna say actions, activities. There we go. Yeah, I like that. It sounds kind of, you know what I'm saying, fancy or some activities. But anyway, let me get back serious. So now I know I already told you, depending on your emotions will determine whether or not you will get the negative or the positive end. So now I would like to say is because of our thoughts, action, deeds, and our emotions, we are the cause, we are the creators of our experiences once again in our lifetime. So, I got that over with. Now, you feel me? I ain't gotta keep explaining that. So basically, what I'm finna do now is I'm finna jump into a little bit part of my lifetime. You feel me? So, you know what? Before I even get too far into this, I like to say, cause all that do depend on our thoughts, our actions, and our deeds, or so forth. But it also depends on our environment sometimes. But I will get into that in another situation, on another video. Yeah, I know you like the dramatic pause. You sitting here like, man, is he gonna say something? Nah, nah. I'm gonna make you wait for it. Wait for it. All right, now let me get back into it. So today I'm gonna be using like a tiny portion of my life. If you really want to know what really didn't happen in my life and some of the things that I have experienced, including the people around me, you can always get my book off of Amazon, or you can get an autographed copy for only $20 from the man himself. I will be leaving links, or you can send me a comment. Hey, you can call me at 713-259-5783. And best believe I can take care of your needs. Anyway, back back to what I was saying. So I'ma say it like this. It all started off when I was born. Oh yeah. Sexy little kid. Came out slapping the doctor. Doctor slapped me. I slapped him back. He was like, pow, like, chow. And he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah. No, all right. Now, let me get serious, though. So, know what I'm saying? We're going to start this off. I guess I'm going to start the bases off of, like, when I was in elementary. So, when I was in elementary, I already had a business state of mind. Like, I had the hustle and the grind in me already back then. I remember the very first time, I'm talking about the very first time I cut grass. Oh yeah, very first time. I remember I was out there, I was swinging and swerving through the grass, not even moving in a straight line. You know, you're supposed to be in a straight line, all dotted and stuff. I was nowhere near the dots. I was like them little boys who couldn't color right. You know what I'm saying? They had the color everywhere but inside the picture. Yeah, that was me when it came to cutting grass. But shoot, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was out there full of confidence, talking about some everybody gonna be paying me in the neighborhood for me to cut their grass until my grandma got on my ass the next morning. But we ain't gonna get into that situation. But anyway, so you feel me? That was the start of my I ain't gonna say my very first programming, but one of my very first programmings. And so you feel me, as a young child, my grandma used to always push me into books and so forth. And me, I used to daydream. I had a lot going on as a young child in elementary. I mean, shoot, I can get into the details, but I'm going to say that for later, you feel me? I want to make y'all, know what I'm saying, wait for it. I'm going to leave y'all suspensed up, drenched up, sweating for the next vid, wondering when I'm going to tell you how it is and what it is and whoop to whoop to the whoop. But anyway, you feel me? So to get rid of my problems without knowing I had them, I used to delve in and okay, I ain't delve in. I lived in my imagination. I'm talking about lived in it. Everywhere that I went was an imaginative state. We could drive and I was jumping all off of buildings and cars and using superpowers here and there. And when I got to writing, man, I got to making stories full of all of my desires, everything that I imagined and so forth. And you feel me? That was really just the way I used to express myself. And should even my grandma still talk about it today. Like I wrote so many stories, it was crazy. But know what I'm saying? That was just the start. And you feel me? So by the time I got into middle school, I was still on my hustle mentality. You feel me? But it was a little bit different because by the time I was in middle school, I done left the H. And I was staying in Virginia for a little bit. And I ain't gonna lie to you, like, I ain't had too many hustles out there. I couldn't really just figure out too many hustles. So I started off a live little hustle and writing songs for people. Of course, I was writing books back then because I was still going through it in middle school. But my career in songwriting, it lasted all about 2 seconds. And the funny thing about it was really ironic because you feel me, I wrote songs for two people. The first person I wrote a song for, I got him this female, you know what I'm saying? And then the same female paid me just like he paid me to break up with him. It was crazy. I mean, back then I ain't care because I was trying to. Never mind. We ain't gonna get into that. But just know, I did not mind about helping her break up with him. That's all I'm finna say. But anyways, let's get back to it. So, you feel me? By the time I reached high school, it was a whole new lifestyle for me. Because by the time I reached high school, it was like, okay, I found me a whole new coping mechanism. And that was in weed, alcohol, and females. But you know that hustle mentality never changed. I found a new hustle. I found a couple new hustles. Now, because of the fact that I don't want to be giving out evidence of things that I was doing back then, just in case it ever comes back. But let's just say I had a live little hustle. Then I started selling watches and of course candy at school. I mean, who didn't sell candy at school? And I make between some 30 to 500 in a day, depending on what it looked like. You feel me? My first time hustling, shoot, and that one day I brought 300 back. That changed my whole life. And that changed my whole system of thoughts too. I'm not gonna lie to you, after that I felt like, shoot, if I wasn't making money, I wouldn't I ain't know how to feel. So you know what I'm saying? That started a whole new belief system in me that I had to make money. I need money. But anyway, so shoot, I'm gonna say by 11th grade, y'all. By 11th grade, I started a whole new belief system. It was a whole new process. I kept thinking about how can I find a way to go legitimate. And so I I ended up hearing about this little program at schools and so forth, and they was talking about how you know what I'm saying, I have to go to classes in the morning, classes in the evening. But you know what I'm saying, when I got into co-op, I had the option of joining this program called Genesis Works, where I could become an intern. And it wasn't no BS kind of intern. You first of all, if you're an intern, you automatically, it's like something you doing big. It's like, you feel me, something that's really gonna pay off. So you feel me, accountant was out of the, I think it was accountants, engineering. It was three classes. I can't remember the third one. But I ended up taking the engineering class. So you feel me? By this time, I ain't gonna lie, I had a whole lot of habits. So because of my habits, which one of them was smoking, of course, I ended up going to an interview because smokers wake and bake. And I waked and baked. And even worse, back then, I was on probation and I was smoking that fake. And that fake had used to put you in dumb moments. And I went through a dumb moment during the interview. Lost my internship. So, I decided, hey, F it. I'm gonna keep doing me. I'm gonna keep working at it. You know what I'm saying? I ended up working at a New J. New J wasn't paying me enough. So I was like, you know what? This is what I'm finna do. I'm finna get on at this job right here. This job ended up not being anything that they said they would. They lied out their teeth. I'm talking about straight lies. They were throwing lies at me left and right. And I was taking all of those hits. And then, so, know what I'm saying? I ended up leaving that job. Got fired from another job because I left that job to be at this job. Yeah. And so, bam, it was like, you know what? Is what it is. I'm going to make my bread. So I got back into raising up that leg. So eventually, job to job, whoop to whoop to the whoop to whoop, all these different things I tried to do. And then bam, your boy was at I was working in these apartments, and of course I got me a spot while I was working in apartments. And of course, man, the hustle mentality ain't quit. I still had the hustle mentality and I still wanted my own business. I mean, and so I started back hustling. And to me at that moment, considering what I was around, that was a business. It was a great business. It was booming. And so I continue to do what I do. You feel me? But of course, because of that, it led to me having to get in a fight with somebody because they stole my product while I was gone. And of course, that led to me being snitched on, which of course led me getting fired, which of course was because I was dirty. It seemed like me and smoking didn't get along that well. Well, really, it was drinking. But we're not going to get on that. But I still was the cause of all these situations. I'm just going to throw that back. Just like, if you look at it, from what I'm saying so